Hey y'all, good to see you as always here on Grassroots Gardening, and Happy New Year to you. I am so ready to get 2023. Gonna leave it behind in the dust, and we're going full force in 2024, man. So hope all you guys still got all your fingers from the firework activities. But we're down here at the big nursery down at Grassroots today. I was just got here a few minutes ago checking on the birds. I want to walk down here and see what camellia japonicas that we have blooming. So, you know, the Sasanqua camellias have already bloomed. They bloom in the fall. And then now is the time for the japonica, or the big leaf Japanese camellias, to be blooming. So let's go down here and see what we got, see what kind of colors we can spot, see which ones are in flower, and check them out. And it's pretty dead, I'll be honest, at the nursery today. It's a Wednesday. It's cold. It's like 40 something degrees, and it's really cold in the jungle greenhouse because our propane company let us run out of propane. We're supposed to be on a keep full schedule, so we kind of dropped the ball too by not checking it. But anyway, we ran out of gas, so just heating solely with wood right now. So thank goodness we have that system where we can burn wood, heat the water, and as I've showed you in past videos, we pump it through the floor in the big greenhouse, that one right there. And then in the jungle greenhouse, that's where we pump the hot water through a heat exchanger, and a fan blows the heat in there. So thank goodness we have that, or we'd have some cold birds and some cold plants right now. But wow, check this out, guys. As I was running my mouth, we have stumbled upon some of our camellias down here, and look at this gorgeous thing right here. Isn't that beautiful? With its variegated flower, real pretty, almost like an apricot color. And then we've got some white, I guess you would consider it variegation on flowers. I know it is on the leaves. We're gonna, for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna call it a variegated flower, but splashes of white in there. And this thing is just budded up. Look at that beauty right there. Golly, this is a gorgeous one. I don't know the name of it. Let's check here and see. Governor Mouton. So this one gets 12 to 15 feet tall, and all of these type of camellias are evergreens. They tend to like a little bit of shade, morning sun, afternoon shade, or either like a filtered setting, very similar to azaleas, maybe under pine tree canopy, where they just kind of get filtered light coming through. They love acidic soil and just a little bit of shade, and you'll do good with these guys. And if the deer would leave our driveway alone, I would love to take this guy, plant him in a nice shady little spot. And let's see what else we got going on here. This one's not always, or hasn't began to open up yet, but this one is, I can't turn the tag over enough, guys. Elegans Supreme Rose Pink. And it's got some juicy buds on it, man. They're gonna be opening up here real soon. And there's another variety. I'll just show you guys the one that are open. Who wants to look at unopened flowers, right? And this one is just a gorgeous light pink. Let's figure out the name on him. This is, oh, I know this one. This is Debutante. Pink La Peony, I guess. But I have heard of Debutante before. I'm not a camellia expert, I will go ahead and admit. And there are a lot of clubs here in the Aiken, South Carolina, Augusta area that it's just a camellia club. And so it's the Sasanquas and japonicas, but these people are pretty serious about their camellias around here, almost like rose garden clubs. But that's a good looking tree right there too. Also, when you're going to pick out a camellia, you really want to look at the structure, and we prune ours a little bit here to kind of give them the shape that we want. But you see that nice branching habit. This one probably is going to get you know, in the 15-foot range as well, maybe 6 wide, something like that. But a beautiful addition to a shady spot in your yard. And the best thing about camellias is, well, we're in the middle of winter right now, so it's hard to find a plant that's actually doing something interesting, especially putting on a big show like camellias do. And that's why they're so popular, is because of that reason. There's not a lot going on in the garden right now. So when you got a showstopper, just putting off those big bright blooms really adds a focal point to your yard. Oh, it's cold, you guys. I hate it. So ready for springtime. But our dream stream area over here, still looking beautiful. Love just to come down here and hear the noise of those waterfalls. Let's dive in the shade house here real quick and see what's going on. This is another plant of winter interest, Japanese Andromeda, or Pieris. You can see it's budding up heavily right now to have nice white flowers. Probably next month or maybe in February. We've got a good many of the young camellias here. So if you want to save some money, these are 40 bucks for a 3-gallon. You know, they're decent growers. They're not the craziest, crazy fast growers like some other plants, but they grow a couple inches a year. But again, the main focal point is just that winter interest of the flowers. So we've got some young ones here available, and let's go see what this guy is. Boy, look at this big single flower right here. Isn't that beautiful? Let's find the name on him real quick. This one is Camellia japonica Lady Claire. I really like that. And this, the other cool thing about it too, is there are so many different varieties of camellias. You've got some with variegated leaves, you've got some that are dwarf, stay kind of small. But then the neat thing is you can get them with either double flowers, like some that we looked at a while ago, with the multi-layer petals, or you have these big single bloomers right here. That's a really pretty flower. This one, he's got a few little spots on him. He's been open a couple of days. But look at that beauty there. Be open here in a day or two. So again, that one's Lady Claire. And man, I wish the deer would leave us alone, because I like to take some of these young ones home just so I can watch them grow. Also, they're easier to plant versus those down yonder we were looking at. Those are in just like 10 or either 15-gallon containers. So added benefit to buying the smaller ones, easier to plant, and you get to watch them grow. Let's look at this one here, Professor Sargent. This one I've heard of quite a bit. And look at that red. That's almost like a beautiful rose there, isn't it? Look how compact the petals are. Man, I really want this guy. We may have to give it a try. As I've said in past videos, I think we're just gonna have to plant so many damn plants till the deer just can't mess with them, mess with all of them. Ooh, we got something else blooming down here. Let's see what this guy is. This is Camellia japonica Marie Bracy. Wow, look at that beautiful pink. That's hopefully the camera is doing it justice, but I mean that's a big old flower, and it's so vibrant. It's a light pink, but it's got some white mixed in there too. It really makes it pop. That's gorgeous. We have to remember that one, guys. Marie Bracy. Then I see one more little dude down here that's got a double bloom. Ooh, that's gonna have some white in it. It doesn't have one that's open on him just yet, but a couple of unopened blooms, and that's Dakigura. I thought this one, I mean, evidently I'm wrong. I thought Dakigura had the variegated leaves to it, but nonetheless, when that opens up in about another day, that's going to be a gorgeous flower. I love the ones that have the white in them. Oh man, my hands are freezing, you guys. Let's see what else we got down here. Just like so, this is going to be an all white camellia here. Yeah, Vittori white. So hasn't opened up just yet. That one might be a little bit closer to the month of February before it really puts on its show. We've got some tractor seat plants blooming their heads off down here. Now these need a lot of shade, and I've talked about these in past videos, but you can see where they live here under the shade canopy, and they are happy as can be. And then this plant, I believe this is a paper bush, and I don't know much about it, but this is Edgeworthia, and it's got some good many flowers on it. This is another one that I'd like to try in some of the shady area of the driveway. And then look at this Fatsia. Wow, that variegated Fatsia japonica. If that don't pop in a shady area in your yard, then nothing will. Look at those cool leaves, man. That is just a really, really neat plant. I don't know if deer like Fatsia or not, but we're gonna have to find out, because that's just too pretty for us not to have. And then this is something I've never seen before, you guys. I've grown a Acuba, but I always grow that one right there, the variegated with the yellow splotches in it. But this Acuba, look at the fruit. That's beautiful. Nice peach color. But I know deer will eat Acuba, so unfortunately this guy can't come home with us. But we did plant a few of these in the driveway last year, and look at those pretty yellow flowers. You know, it's kind of interesting. It seems like the shade plants more so have color during the winter. We've got the tractor seat over there, camellias, you know, things like these Acuba and this Mahonia here. They just seem to be, you know, doing a little bit more flowering during the wintertime, which is awesome. And that's a lot of color right there on a little plant. So hopefully we'll have to check ours in the driveway when we get home and see if they're doing anything. This is the type of Acuba that I'm used to growing right here. But that was really unusual to see that fruit on those back there. That was really cool. And here's a really nice camellia specimen. I don't see the tag on this one, but I think this is called Snow on the Mountain. And beautiful, small, delicate white flower. If I remember correctly, this bush doesn't get too tall. I don't want to tell you guys wrong, but hey, I do see a tag in there. Let's see what we can find. It's kind of really tucked down in here pretty good. This is, yep, Snow on the Mountain. You can see that there. I like these tags because they never fade and you'll have it forever. But Snow on the Mountain, again, I don't really remember how tall it gets, but I know it's a shorter, more wide camellia. We did try one of those on the driveway and the deer annihilated it. So, oh well, what you gonna do? Let's walk back up through the nursery here, and I'm going to that greenhouse up there because I am freezing. It's just that wet cold out here this morning, and it is just chilling me down to my bone. But on the way, we do have some more camellias right here. Let's check these guys out and see what we got. Pretty sure this is going to be Shishi Shagira. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is Shishi. So this is kind of a dwarf camellia right here. Very popular. They're pink and white, but this one is only 4 to 5 foot tall, 6 to 8 foot wide. Hot pink blooms fall through the winter. Well, isn't that gorgeous? And just look at the amount of flowers on that thing right there. This one, we sell a lot of these. It's just crazy popular because it does stay low and it's such a prolific bloomer. And then right here we've got some Southern Living camellias. Let's see what we got. This one's Dawn, 4 to 6 high, 3 a foot wide, zone 7B to 9. And Southern Living really has come out with some beautiful camellias over the years. But look at that pink, that beautiful pink color on the outside before it opens up to just that pretty white. Get kind of a pink tinge on the back side of the bloom. Another gorgeous addition to a shady spot in your garden. Let's check on our koi real quick, see how they're doing. They're probably not moving around a whole lot. In fact, I see a tail of one of them sticking out of the log down there, so they're moving pretty slow this time of year. That water is really cold. The rest of them are probably up in fish caves, just kind of chilling out and sleeping during this time of the year. And I don't blame them. It's cold enough out here in the open. I can't imagine having to live in that cold water. But it won't be long, you guys. The days are finally getting longer. And buddy, I am excited for springtime. And it's gonna be here before you know it. As soon as we hit like February 15th, that's when we start getting a little bit of warmer days. People are gonna get spring fever, and we want this place full of customers and smiling faces and just plants out of the yin yang. And as we get up here closer to the store, our lily pond is kind of sad right now. They're all sleeping just like the koi. But big shout out to my buddy Ethan with Amen Corner Ponds. They came and potted up all of our water lilies. And so as soon as that water temp gets up a little bit here in another month or two, they should start putting on some growth. And we've got some beautiful violas planted down there. Some ornamental kale, pansies. And this creek up here is beautiful nonetheless. And look at here, this pitcher plant over here is still putting on quite a show with those beautiful pitchers sticking up out of there. A little bit of algae growing in the creek. We'll probably have to come in when it gets warmer. I sure ain't doing it right now. We'll come in when it gets warmer, steam clean her out, get her ready for the spring rush. Let's see what we got here. Look at this dark camellia. Wow, what's this one? I don't know this guy. Bonanza. Let's see. I don't know how tall this one gets. We don't have any information on the tag of this one, so I'll have to look him up. But that is really pretty. It's like a magenta fuchsia colored camellia. Doesn't look like it gets too tall. I'm just judging by the growth habit. Looks like it might be more of a dwarf species there. Maybe something similar to that Shishigashira down there. Just kind of a low growing camellia, more wide than tall. Pretty color on that one though. Oh, look at this beautiful little mixed container some of the folks here at Grassroots have put together. All kind of stuff in there with some beautiful snapdragons popping up out over there. And I really like this. I guess this is either a kale, probably a kale, judging by the leaf structure. I was gonna say cabbage, and it could be. It's got some Dusty Miller in there. That is really pretty. Let's go in the greenhouse and warm up. They were cleaning up in here a little bit today, washing the floor down, but oh man, it feels so much better in here than it does outside. Right, Jovi?
Yes.
Right.
You're right.
So Jovi's been washing the floor down this morning, just cleaning up a little bit. But this is the greenhouse where we pump the hot water through the floor. So you can just feel that heat radiating up off the floor, and feels way more better than outside. My nose is probably running, but it's just bone chilling cold out there. So I love to come in this greenhouse. This is one of the first ones that we built, and it is just it's just spectacular. The guys and girls do a fantastic job of just keeping it clean and orderly. Tons and tons of plants. We don't have time to go through the whole thing. Maybe we'll do that on the next video, but just more plants than you can shake a stick at in this greenhouse in here. Cactus, succulents, you name it, we got it. Right, Pam?
That's right.
It's cold out here, darling. I don't like it.
I me either.
Let's go over here and check the temperature on our stove real quick. Yeah, we're still doing good. So we heat the water up to 140 degrees, and then it'll pump that water right in there to that greenhouse. And then, especially seeing as how we are out of propane, I know we're pumping water into the heat exchanger in here. We'll go check on Larry, let you guys say hey to him, and then I gotta go, unfortunately, to the office and get to work. Right, Cam?
Right.
Hey, Cam, where are we going in just 2 weeks?
We're going to TPIE.
Heck yeah, we're going to TPI.
We are.
So, I think it's the 17th, somewhere around the 17th of January, Cameron and I are flying down to the Tropical Plant International Expo in sunny, hopefully it better be,
Hopefully.
sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we're going to take you guys with us, of course, and we're going to go down there and soak up all the Florida sun that we can, because it's cold as crap.
Yeah, it's cold here.
I hate it, but it won't be long. Anyhow, that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to take you guys with us down to Fort Lauderdale, film the entire thing. So if there's anything that, I do want to ask you guys, I've never been to Fort Lauderdale. So if there's any cool botanical interest areas that we need to hit while we're down there, drop it in the comments below. And other than that, Larry, can you tell everybody bye? Scarlett, why do I even try with you guys? Y'all will talk your heads off until this camera comes out, and then nobody says nothing. Drive me insane, you guys. Well, hey, I appreciate y'all braving the cold, even though y'all are probably somewhere warm watching this video, probably inside, sitting on the couch or whatever, but nonetheless, appreciate you walking around with me. Hit that like and subscribe down there for me, and always remember, the more you know, the more you grow. I'll see you on the next video.